before Abraham was. Verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am. John 8:58. So what is Abraham? Essentially, further down, it states that Abraham is the world, right? So before Abraham or the world was, I am. And I am is considered to be God or consciousness or awareness, right? Verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am. So consciousness existed before the world, right? Consciousness exists before anything. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In the beginning was the unconditioned awareness of being or consciousness, right? Or awareness. And the unconditioned awareness of being became conditioned by imagining itself to be something. And the unconditioned awareness of being became that which it had imagined itself to be. So did creation begin. All right? So the unconditioned, so in the beginning was the unconditioned awareness of being, right? Consciousness, which we call God. And the unconditioned awareness of being became conditioned by imagining itself to be something. So we are essentially consciousness in our truest nature. So we are essentially gods or God, right? Because we are awareness. And we can imagine ourselves to be something. We are always imagining ourselves to be something, right? Unconditioned awareness of being became conditioned by imagining itself to be something. And the unconditioned awareness of being became that which it had imagined itself to be. So did creation begin. So they're telling us how creation begins and also telling us how to create what we desire by imagining what we want, right? And being aware or being conscious that we already possess it or already are that. By this law, right? First conceiving, figuring out what you want, right? Knowing what you want to experience or having a desire. By this law, first conceiving an idea or belief or whatever it is you want to experience, first conceiving, then becoming that conceived. And you become that conceived by becoming conscious or aware that you already are it, by imagining yourself to be the thing. By this law, first conceiving, then becoming that conceived. All things evolve out of no thing. And without this sequence, there is not anything made that is made. Right? So essentially, On a scientific level, you could think of quantum physics. Everything evolves out of nothing or no thing, which is essentially awareness, consciousness, right? And once we focus on what we want to experience, put our attention on that, believe and know and feel that we already are it in our mind, in our consciousness, we will experience it, right? So essentially, it goes like this: believing, believe you already have it and you will see it in your outer world. So actually, believing is seeing, right? So when you believe it, it will pop into your physical reality. Before Abraham or the world was. So right here it says before Abraham, and then you see or. That or, so essentially what it is, Abraham is essentially the world, all right? So before Abraham or the world was, I am. So before the world existed, there was consciousness, right? When all of time shall cease to be, once again, I am. There is consciousness will always be there. All right? So before the world came about, there was consciousness, right? And when it shall cease to be, there will be consciousness or the I am. So we are consciousness, right? That's what we truly are. I am the formless awareness of being. I am the formless awareness of I am. The formless awareness of being, right? Conceiving myself to be man or woman, right? So we are consciousness and we have conceived ourselves we're conceiving ourselves to be man or woman, but our true nature is awareness, consciousness. That's what we truly are. By my everlasting law of being, I am compelled to be and to express all that I believe myself to be. Right? So we are compelled to be, excuse me, and to express all that we believe ourselves to be. I am the eternal nothingness containing within my formless self the capacity to be all things. Right? So I am that in which all my conceptions of myself live and move and have their being, and apart from which they are not. I dwell within every conception of myself. From this withinness, I ever seek to transcend all conceptions of myself. By this very law of my being, I transcend my conceptions of myself only as I believe myself to be that which does transcend. I am the law of being, and beside me there is no law. I am that I am. So, consciousness, as Neville Goddard states, consciousness is the one and only reality. Become conscious of already being, already having that what you want to be or have. And you do that in consciousness. You simply accept it, right? Here's a tip. When you have a desire, simply say thank you. That's it. Simply say thank you and feel that it's already accepted. Feel that it's already done. So any moment, every of the day, we should be in our minds or our feelings or our awareness and our consciousness saying thank you. Because every time you desire something, just simply accept it by saying thank you.